and welcome to Old Toy, New Joy, the show where I share with you my previously enjoyed toys I purchased from online sources, thrift stores, and collector's shows that once belonged to someone else. Today I am sharing with you part 1 of my Christmas gift haul. I gave my wife and kids a small wish list with a few gift ideas for Christmas, and they were kind enough to track down some of the collectibles that I asked for. Most dads ask for a golf bag or a new necktie or something like that. I guess I'm a little more complex in that most of the things that I like cannot be found in department stores. So I really appreciate the thought and effort that went into tracking down anything that I asked for, because most items had to be purchased from eBay. The first item is very special because I used to have one exactly like this when I was a little boy. Back in the early 1980s, each and every Saturday morning, like many children, I used to quietly slip downstairs to the TV room and start watching cartoons as early as 6 a.m. I would pour myself a bowl of Corn Pops because that was the special cereal I was allowed to eat on the weekends as opposed to regular Cheerios from Monday to Friday. And I would put the bowl right here on top of my 1979 Incredible Hulk metal TV tray by Marvel Comics Group. This was a great thing to have because if I accidentally spilled my cereal or juice, the mess stayed on the tray rather than soaking the shag carpet sitting in. It was my own special piece of furniture that I was responsible for, and I loved it and took good care of it, even though I have no idea what happened to the one that I had once I got older. And let me just quickly demonstrate to you. So this is called a TV tray or a lap tray, and it's got legs. And you can either have it on the floor in front of you, or you can sit on the couch and have it in your lap. Let's take a quick moment to remember the cartoons that I would have been watching back then. If I remember correctly, the local Canadian television stations would start playing old cartoons at about 6 a.m. with The Mighty Hercules, and which was from around 1965, I believe, followed by Rocket Robin Hood, which was from 1967. And then I think they would play The Amazing Spider-Man, followed by Rocky and Bullwinkle, both also from the 1960s. And by the time those cartoons finished, it was 8 a.m. And NBC and ABC had started airing their famous Saturday morning cartoon lineups. And perhaps some of you have noticed that I always release my videos on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m., which is sort of an homage to that time in my childhood. Anyways, I would flip back and forth between the two networks to watch my favorite cartoons, whether it be the Super Friends, the Flintstones Comedy Hours, Scooby-Doo, Plastic Man, Tom and Jerry, Filmation's The Lone Ranger, etc., until 12 o'clock rolled around. Lunchtime, then I was presented with a nice hot bowl of Mr. Doodles and some stone wheat crackers, or a European wiener hot dog on a super soft Bunsmaster hot dog bun, which I would eat, yep, you guessed it, right off my Incredible Hulk TV tray. Then I would be granted maybe one more hour to watch cartoons before the TV was shut off and I was kicked outside to go play. And here's a comic book, also from 1979, which shows the exact same look of the Incredible Hulk at that time by Marvel. So I know my wife thought it was weird that I asked for this, and it sort of gives her the heebie-jeebies to look at it. But I was extremely grateful to receive it, and I absolutely love my Incredible Hulk metal TV tray from 1979. Next up, we have this 2018 G1 Walmart exclusive Starscream Transformer action figure. And I never had the original 1984 G1 version of Starscream, but I always liked Starscream. He was one of the more interesting Transformer characters in my opinion. As a Decepticon, he was pure evil and hated the Autobots with a passion, He was second in command to Megatron, but constantly questioned Megatron's authority and ultimately planned to overthrow him and assume sole leadership of the Decepticons. He was always my favorite of the airborne Transformers as well, and he transforms into an F-15 Eagle, which was an extremely popular and effective tactical fighter aircraft from the 1970s and 1980s, made by McDonnell Douglas. I love the retro graphics of the box, which is a little beat up, but that's okay, because from the very beginning I plan to open this up and play with this figure. And I will dedicate an entire episode just to this toy, so please stay tuned. In the meantime, we'll just get a closer look at the box. From what I can remember, this is extremely similar to the original packaging of Transformers in the 1980s. I love those retro graphics. So even the box itself is you know, it's cool and it's worth talking about itself. Then on the back, they've got those familiar statistics that they give on all of the Transformers. And perhaps in the next video, when we open up the box and see what's inside, because there are many components in there, we'll see that red cellophane strip that helps you decode all the statistics and the power levels and everything to do with this particular figure. And then the final gift I'm going to discuss today is this 1986 LJN Series 4 WWF wrestling figure of the lovely Miss Elizabeth, who was a wrestling manager and personality during the 1980s and 1990s. She played an integral role in many WrestleMania storylines as well, and was a huge catalyst in creating animosity between Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage, whom she eventually married in 1991 during SummerSlam 91 with an on-air wedding ceremony. And Miss Elizabeth was the only female figure in the original LJN series. And this toy is incomplete, but originally she came with a skirt in either gold or the extremely rare purple option. And skirts can easily cost more than the figure, but you can purchase new replacement versions for around $20 on eBay. And we'll get a closer look here of the figure. It's in very good shape. You know, it's a 35, 36-year-old toy. I think they did a very nice job. It's going to look great with the rest of my LJN wrestling figures. So, thank you so much for allowing me to share with you some of my Christmas gifts. If you liked the video, please like the video and we'll keep them coming. Please stay tuned for part 2 of my Christmas haul, which will be coming soon. So this is your Toy Whisperer, signing off for now from Old Toy, New Joy.